Sheesh! I guess Drytron best deck, y'all, right?
Yes.
Let's go. The wins just keep coming, Paul, I guess, right?
Yes, sir. Hey guys, what's up to YouTube? How y'all doing? I just got undefeated at this case tournament. It was about, I think, like 65 people. I'm not exactly sure, close to 100. I was undefeated with Drytron again. I went 6-0. Notable matches that I played against like a cash tier, played a few cash tiers. I played against one branded, like a Dragon Link, and just like two other like rogue decks. But my tournament experience went great. I played a few friends, and the tournament went smooth. I made a few changes to the list, and so I'm gonna show you like the new updated list. But I think it's the best deck. It's been rocking well for me. I'm currently 24-1 in matches in the last 5 tournaments I played in. So yesterday case tournament was 6-0, and then on Friday at our locals went 5-0, and then last week I won that banner where I went 5-0. Then at that locals on that Saturday went 4-0, and then at that box tournament I went 4-0 to top cut, and I lost in top 8. So I'm currently, I think I had some 24-1 somewhere around there. So yeah, let's get into the deck list. So yep, we got the 3 alpha, we got 3 zeta, 3 delta, 3 gamma. I'm not gonna explain this, but I just know that every list that I know and seen, people only playing maybe 2, or maybe like it's 2 and 1 or 2 and 1. I don't really know what they're really doing out here, but you just want all the names. You want max names, and what I mean by that is play just the 1 beta. I was doing the 3, but as I've been playing the deck more, since I'm playing a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm realizing that obviously you just don't want to see 2 of this, but this card is very important, and it's good against cash tier when they have their Rise Heart, because you can start with like alpha, pitch something or like that, then use beta to return it back to the graveyard, and then like basically kind of plays around Rise Heart like a little bit in a way, and then yeah, but you just need the 1 because you just want to see the 2. So max names, I mean, you know, we got the 3 Nova, the 3 Cyber Mercy, and then the Foolish. So this is 20 names. I'm playing 40 cards, so half my deck is names, and in my opinion, that's the correct math. I didn't brick once yesterday at all. I've always had like 2 to 3 names, and having more names help you play through like interruptions, right? So like if you get like nibbed, or well, you usually have Herald ones like for nib, but it just helps you play through names. Or if they like Ash or Alpha, with the Ash or Alpha, okay, so then your route would be, you know, what, probably like Zeta or Delta, whatever like that. Make the first monster the new beta, and then this right here can make the second one. And this right here, the reason why this is so important, because it's just an additional name, because you know you just need names to be able to summon. And this right here actually comes up so that you can get your Benton searches off. That way you can get to your fairies. So I'm playing 20 names. I wouldn't play any less. Half my deck is names, so that's just half the deck. 20 names, boom. So I think the new changes that I made for yesterday and going moving forward, playing 3 prep, basically just more Bentens, but also this helps you like. So like once people catch on to like what I'm trying to do, they might try to like stop the Idleton, which I play 2 is, because it's a loop. They try to stop it, so I usually try to hold this as long as possible. So let's say if they try to like impermanence, right, like mid combo, then I just, you know, activate this, return back the ritual spell, and just continue going. But this also just Benten. So I'm playing 9 Bentens. So this is the 8, and then the Foolish. I haven't done it recently, but you can Foolish for the Benten if you really need to get to it. But I'm playing 9 Bentens. Math says that I'm gonna see like one to 2 of these in my hand. Well, math says I'm gonna see for sure 1 in my hand, a good chunk of the time. So
this card's nuts from personal experience. Can confirm.
Yes. So this right here, it just helps you loop your rank 6s, and then we got this right here just for the OTK, and it's a machine. Sometimes you have to search for machine to be able to summon some of your ritual monsters. And the new change is Herald Perfection. It changed from Herald Ultimate simply because of this. I know like last week or something like that, I played in a tournament where I only had 1 fairy left in the deck, and it was this. Well, it was Herald Ultimate, and I had this in my hand, and I had ritual spell in my graveyard. Well, if I had this in my deck, then I could have searched this, grabbed ritual spell, then it could have done me even better. So, and then there are some lines where like, shoot, depending on your hand, you can summon this early, right? To start playing around hand traps if you want. So Ultimate is still better, can negate summon. Also has 3k defense, but the 3K defense hasn't come up because there's no monsters that people are just dropping that's 3K that can just run into it. I know there was a format where like you could just drop like a Alpha Beast, like the side deck card, but people ain't playing that. Or just random 3K beaters, right, and just try to attack over that. Or like Dark World can like normal summon the monster, bounce it back, summon Grapha, attack over it, but Dark World's not irrelevant. So yeah, those new changes I made. These preps, man, these preps are just because like these preps help you play around Ash and Bestials, right? So like if you have any name with this, you activate whatever name it is, Alpha, Zeta, whatever, right? Let's say if it's Alpha, they Ash it. Well, you still have Benton, so the Ash was dead. If they do that on Zeta, well, the Benton's going to search for Diviner, and Diviner's going to get you the ritual spell anyway. So this is how you play through Ash and Bestials. So this card is, I feel like, is just mandatory standard. And then we got the one ritual spell. I don't play the two. I did play a few cash tiers, and they do banishing like 3 cards off my deck, and then like another 4 off of Rise Heart. But they still haven't hit this, and so until I've like run into a situation where they really hit this, and I obviously have to auto scoop, then I'm just gonna keep playing the one. But in order for them to even get through that, I'm more main decking for Bestials and just other random combo decks because that's I feel like are the better deck. So if I can't see one of these 6 cards against like the cashier card, so Matt says I should at least see one, right, in my opening hand of 5 cards. So if I draw them, the best that they probably can do and on a Rise Heart. But like I said, you can play through a Rise Heart because you can just with the beta, and you still can play, right? All it is macrocosmos. You still can play. Yes, your stuff gets banished, but Benton still activates, and you have new beta return all your Drytron. And then we have just switches right here. This right here plays through Nibiru. So I search this all the time. So I only got nibbed like one time where it actually worked, but every other time I search this mid combo with all the fairies that I can search. With this, with these. I'm gonna have a fairy in my hand, right? So I search this. It stops Nibiru. Could stop Valor, but people ain't really playing with Valor, or I don't care about Valor. But yeah, so this is what I was main decking, because this just beats all like any combo deck, right? Like Dark Worlds, just random combo decks, a Cash Tier. That's not combo deck, but just combo decks that want to try to go ham. The mirror match. Somebody want to, pick up the best deck and play Drytron. I got this for you. And then their deck a lot of times be bricky. They don't be having all that many fairies. So they can't really search Herald and have fairy. So Nibiru. So it just be all combo decks. So I'm prepared for combo game 1. Yep. So 40 cards, 20 names. That's what you should play, none less. Extra deck, we got the 2 targets for Diviner. We have the cross sheet, mid combo. You draw 2, discard 2. Anima, people be messing with their zone, so I'll be taking stuff. Or if I nib you, I can put like your 10k token in that column. I can take them up. Dynama allows me to bounce back a fairy to my hand. That's so through the combo you loop these M7s. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm back 4 fairies to my hand minimum but by the time I end my turn, right? And then there any additional fairies that I may have drawn, I'll cross sheep or off Delta or open to it. I always end minimal with 4 fairies, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like I said, anyone that I drew or open with. So I usually end with 6 fairies in my hand with Herald Perfection. So I'm negating every single card that you play. Then we have the Zeus package. So I'm still playing Zeus, and I know this might sound crazy, but I think the one Zeus is correct. And what I mean by that, like I know Cash Tier is like obviously like one of the best decks, and a lot of people are playing it, right? And I did get this ripped every single time, right? But it just didn't come up. I still beat all my cash players without this card. Yes, they ripped it. Like one dude, he ripped this. My homie actually, Dan, he ripped these 2 from my extra deck, right? But yeah, I just didn't need it. I just summoned. I just didn't need it. Just period. So I guess if you have space, you play 2, but just didn't need it. You can rip it all you want to. Like I just hope that you don't rip something else. I hope you don't rip my Beatrice or something else. But yeah, so I'm just playing the 1. And then Beatrice, the cards should be bad. The card's crazy. Then we have the 3 new beta. Well, every list is playing 2, but you need the 3rd one hands down. Because the first one could get imperm, right? So when this gets imperm, in order to keep on looping things, you don't technically need. Well, the 3rd one does come up, right? So when this gets stopped or whatever like that, then you still can have 2 more to keep on looping. And this card is so very powerful. Summon this and it basically adds free. It's like a 3rd monster, right? Because you overlay and you have this, so you have 3 monsters basically. So yeah, I'm playing through 3 beta. It's crazy. Also, if like Cash Tier do pick up on what I'm playing, if they start hitting these, it makes my deck probably like a little weaker. So that's like another thing. So instead of playing like 2 of these, which didn't come up when they did rip, and I still won. Yeah, I'm playing 3 of those. Yeah, so like the cards I played last week that was secret. I was doing Black Rose Dragon, but Black Rose hasn't come up. Like if you know how to play the deck correctly, you don't really need Black Rose. So that was the other piece of the deck. Onto the side deck. The side deck has changed since then because I realized a way of making it better. So I did side deck 3 Ash, for branded, and just others are random decks like maybe like Labyrinth or just random decks. Just I was siding this versus branded mainly, but I'm actually taking this out against branded. I actually don't think this card is good post side against branded. I know that sounds wild, but like they have 3 cross-out designator, called by the grave, and 3 fusion deployment for the Aqua Dolphin, right? So they have 7 copies of basically called by the grave, or a way to stop this. So your 3 copies of Ash to their 7 cards of stopping this. This card is not resolving versus branded fusion. Like math says. I mean, of course you can get lucky, right? They cannot draw their 7 copies and you could draw this, but math says they're gonna see more of that than this. So I actually don't think that. So I'm actually taking this. This is actually out of my side deck, but it did work well in the tournament. I played against Sprite. One of the Sprite players, one of our locals, his name is Bruce. I Ash his starter and I nibbed him, so it was pretty good. And against one cash player, I Ash his Katoshis and he passed. So it did work wonders, but there's a better option for that I found out. I had 3 Bell. The 3 Bell was for mainly against the branded lock, where they explosion, and they like try to lock you out with the puppet thing. But I also found like another good thing for branded. Also against the Bestials, me realizing that I'm playing like that you can actually play around Bestials now. Not play around them, like they still kind of hurt, but like since Bestials don't hurt out as much as they was because simple by deck building, right? Deck building got better, so you actually don't need this against Bestials, and Bestials are not prevalent, right? No one's playing Bestials. I mean, Brandon might be playing like 1 or 2 just so you can like whatever, and some people might side some, but math says that I'm not trying to like see this. I'm not trying to have this be a side deck slot for the few Bestials that people might play that might not even stop me because I play half my deck is named. So if I have 3 names, the Bestials don't even do anything in the first place. And if I have Benton, it doesn't do anything anyway. So this card's coming out of my side deck. I was deciding this every time I went first, but it's not needed. And then for like the Labyrinth and Trap decks, I was doing 3 Evenly, 2 Lightning, and Harpies. Yeah, I really don't like back row decks, but also this is just good against like random things, right? Adventure decks. Any deck that plays Adventure, I was out to send. Bet out your Griffin in her battle. Do this, banish all thing you left with token. Also just Adventure, against a Labyrinth or any like random floodgate decks. Even though like Drytron performs pretty well against back row decks, because you have like, you keep something like your big old beater like this, or then plus you have like graveyards of resource and all your cards get effects in your hand. But I just don't really like back row decks. Yeah. And then for Morgorn's first cards, because I will side out the 3 nib and 3 droll every time I went first for these 3, and then for these. Call by, I never used it, but I always sided in for sure against like Droll or Ash or Valor, whatever the case may be, or like let's say we're close to time, someone will try to like moonlight me or dogwood me, I can hopefully draw this. The talents, I never actually got to use it because one thing I'm actually taking this out my side deck as well, because what I realized is that the only cards I'm worried about is Nib, because Nib can get rid of my whole field. Ash, yes, it's cool, but like Ash doesn't do anything since I have so many names in multiple Bentens, right? So this right here is going to negate Nib. So if I negate Nib, then this is going to be dead. And people are only playing Nib that I really care about. So if I'm already negating this with Nib, then there's no reason to be playing this. So so these are the changes that I'm making to the deck. Taking all these 8 out for just better cards against branded, and probably some better going first cards, or just all against branded. Because this is for trap decks. I'm main decking for combo already, or I guess for cash tier and branded. So yep, that's the profile, guys.
So basically, you just built your combo deck in order to combat this meta.
Yes, absolutely. Shout outs, let's do some shout outs. Shout out to my homie. Yo, make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'm currently not around, so he's getting, make sure y'all subscribe since he's putting in the effort to upload this. Shout out to like all the different KC locals. We went out to the Springfield tournament and 5 of us top 8'd, so shout out to the locals. Shout out to my future team, whoever that may be, and stay tuned. The Coop Star cards is coming back, baby.
Drytron, best deck. Let's go.
Let's go.